I'm live over there. I'm live over here. We're live. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Liana Shersher, your #1 online resource for buying property, with this week's Buy, Invest, Sell, a broker's formula for real estate success. It is May 30th, the end of May. We're about to enter summer, and my kids are excited. They're finishing finals in the next week or two. One finishes next week, the other one finishes the week after. And we got exciting news. Actually, it's not really that exciting. It's actually very slow out in the market. I'll tell you exactly how slow in just a second. Please, guys, remember, if you like this video, I'd love for you to share it on social media. Helps us so much to get the message out. Just tap the share button, share it with your friends and family. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, to anyone watching on Instagram, remember, head over to Facebook or to YouTube to check out the links to the slides, the content that I'm using, the actual data. We use data from National Association of Realtors. We use data from California Association of Realtors. We use data from reputable sources to bring you the reality of what's going on in the market, not what people hear, okay? I heard forever that the market was going to crash in Southern California. 50%, we're going to lose prices. We've never lost prices since 2010, since the big crash in 2008 happened, and it's been steadily up, even with where we are right now, which is very slow. It's anemically slow. The prices are still continuing to rise, and I'll show you the data behind that. At this point, I've bought and sold hundreds of properties between here in California and in Florida. And I wrote a book a few years ago on insider tips and tricks that I've used to save tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars in purchasing real estate. I have this book. I would be glad and honored to provide it to you free of charge. The ebook version. Just go ahead and hit me up on any messages, email, DM, text me, and I'll send it to you free of charge, no obligation. There's right now specifically a tremendous opportunities for buyers to go out there and buy great deals if you know how to buy it right. Just a couple of weeks ago, we closed on a property out in west of Los Angeles, where the property appraised for $100,000 more than we bought it for our clients. So just DM me below. I'll glad to send you the ebook version. All right, current projects. We have 2 closings coming up. One for a townhouse in Encino. This has been a long transaction with buyers. I'm telling you, it's hard to get a loan out there right now. We're on our 3rd lender with this buyer, but we just got the clear to close today. So awesome news. We're also buying a property out in Jacksonville. We're going to flip this one. It's got a pool. I'm not crazy about holding pools in Florida with tenants. Too much stuff can go wrong. Just minimizing liability. Just a personal issue. I know a lot of people have properties that they own as rentals with pools. I personally don't like it. Not a big deal. So we got those 2 transactions coming up. We are in escrow on our house in Northridge. We are in negotiations on our house in Woodland Hills. And we got another one coming up in Lake Balboa shortly. All right. Remember, guys, if you're on Instagram, head over to Facebook or YouTube to get links to the data that I'm about to present you right about now. All right. Let's talk about what's going on in the market. Let's share the link. Okay, here we are. All right. Mortgage rates. Mortgage rates have hit highs again, okay? They're the highest level they've been since January, but there's still demand from buyers. Now, the demand is anemic, like I mentioned. Mortgage rates have climbed. I'll tell you about the rates in just a minute. But besides these rates, mortgage demand from home buyers actually rose a little bit last week, up 2% from the previous week, about 18% up from the same time last year, as people are nervous right now about where the rates are going to go. They're worried that they're going to go higher, so people rushed in to lock those rates. So that's the numbers we're actually hearing. Refinancing activity dropped 7% for the week, but once again, it still remains high because it's about 37% higher than a year ago because people are nervous about what's going to happen. What's going to happen next to the rates. All right. Let's go to the next bit of information. Now, here is where I want to spend quite a bit of time. Housing contract activity is down. It's plunges because there's volatility in the market. Pending home sales dropped about 6.3% in April, way more than economists even expected, because people are unsure as to what's going to happen. Rates are going up. Dropped slightly from yesterday. They're teetering right around 7%. If you guys remember that when the Fed started dropping rates, the rates went down to as low as 6.13% average nationwide. They're back up to 7%. Okay, and this is having an effect on pending home sales. Contract activity fell in every region, with the West, that's where we live, seeing a 2.3% year-over-year decline. This is big, especially since inventory is climbing. Active listings are up over 30%, from last year. So we have high prices, rates are high, prices are not declining, at least not here in my local market. And so what's a result of that, buyers are sitting on the sidelines. When people are unsure as to what's happening, they're frightened to pull the trigger on the biggest asset and the biggest payment they're going to have in their lives. And so according to National Association of Realtors, even with an uptick in housing inventory, we're not witnessing an increase in home sales. Reduced mortgage rates are crucial to re-engage home buyers in the market. Now, what does this mean? People are sitting on the sidelines, not a lot of sales activity. What are they waiting for? Rates to drop. What do you think is going to happen when the rates drop? Are they going to drop? Yeah, everyone is predicting that the rates are going to drop. Everyone is predicting that the rates are going to drop. The reason we're not dropped already is because Powell was unsure as to what these tariffs are going to do to the rates. And so they decided to hold the rates steady. There's a chance that the next Fed meeting, they're going to hold the rates steady again. But what do you think is going to happen when those rates actually start dropping? So many people are just waiting. Just waiting. And when they emerge into the market, the estimate is that with every 1% price drop, 5 million people across the country enter into that price point. What do you think is going to happen to prices when that happens? Right now, most of the listings, you're lucky to get 1 to 2 offers in that first week, if you get one at all. What do you think is going to happen when you get 5 to 10? Prices are going to go up. And so people are uncertain, they're sitting on the sidelines, but here lies the opportunity. Right now, there's a tremendous window of opportunity. If you've been thinking about getting into the market, but you're worried because you're waiting for the rates to drop, so is everyone else. What do you think is the difference between that 6 to 7% mortgage rate in terms of your payment? $1,000? Let's say $2,000. Over the next year, that'll cost you $12,000 to $24,000. I promise you, right now, I can get you here in Los Angeles $50,000 to $200,000 off the list prices. What's better? And then a year from now, you can refinance that 7% into 6 or lower. What's better? I have buyers right now we're searching for. We are amazed at how much some sellers are capitulating and the credits that we're receiving and the price concessions that we're getting. It's a really good market if you're a buyer. And honestly, in my opinion, foolish to sit on the sidelines. Let me show you just how anemic the market is. According to National Association of Realtors, okay, here is a graph of existing home sales. And during the pandemic, pre-pandemic, we were significantly higher. We were at about 6.4 million units per year. Okay? We are now below 4 million. So we are at 35%, 40% less transactional volume than before. People last year were waiting, than before the pandemic. People last year were waiting, decided, hey, I'm going to wait until next year, rates will drop. I'm going to go ahead and list my properties. They went ahead and listed their properties because they can't wait any longer, but rates are still high. And so that's why existing home sales slid 0.5% in April. They're down 2% year over year. And now we're at just 75% of pre-pandemic activity or less annually, depending on the market. Inventory is at its highest in nearly 5 years. Nationally, we're at about 4.4 months of supply. And in LA County, we have had a 38.5% year over year jump in LA County in terms of inventory. So we have fewer transactions, fewer buyers, a lot more inventory. Guess what I can do for you if you're a buyer? The difference between the rate at 7% and 6% that you're waiting for and the price, tremendous price savings I can save you right now, it's huge. Now is the time to buy. Huge. Not to mention that the fires are from earlier this year. Those people haven't even started to get their insurance checks yet. But they will. They will real soon. And what do you think is going to happen when those buyers enter the market, in addition to the rates dropping? Hope I'm making sense for some people. All right, let's look at the rates. All right, our 30-year fixed is 6.97. This is 0.05%. 2 weeks ago, we were at 6.92%. Okay, the 15-year fix is at 6.23%, actually down from 6.26%, the 15-year fix from 2 weeks ago. The 30-year jumbo jumped, same 0.05%. From 2 weeks ago to 7.1, and the 30-year FHA jumped 12 basis points from 6.35%. Now it's up to 6.47, and 6.37 to 6.48 for the 30-year VA. All right. So yeah, great time to get in the market. Even though these rates are a little bit higher, it's okay. We'll save so much more. So much more. All right. Our quote of the day. In the real estate business, you'll learn more about people and you'll learn more about community issues. You'll learn more about life. You'll learn more about the impact of government, probably than any other professional in the world. I can't tell you how much I've learned about my community just being in this business. This quote is by Johnny Isaacson. He was a respected U.S. Senator from Georgia, longtime real estate broker and business leader. And it just reminds you that real estate's more about just transactions, about community. I can't tell you how many close friends I have that I met through this business. And we hang out, we go party together, we spend a lot of time together. This business has really brought me together with a lot of people. I'm grateful for it. Besides, of course, providing a pretty nice living for myself and my family. So I'm grateful to real estate. Thank you to real estate. It's allowed me to provide information for all you guys out there. This is Liana Shersher, your #1 online resource for buying property, saying thank you for tuning in. Have a great week.